Grazie mille, buongiorno a tutti. As Carolina said, I'm George Thomson from Revolut, and this is my colleague Dominic Bark from Simple Assurance. So today we're going to be talking to you about open innovation. So we think open innovation is absolutely critical in today's financial landscape. So we're going to be using our own example, how Revolut and Simple Assurance have worked together successfully to convey this message and hopefully convince you that this is something that you should be open to as well. So starting from Revolut, our motto is beyond banking. So what does this mean? If you look at the tech landscape, we have increasingly fast unicorns that are redefining entire industries. So we're all familiar with WhatsApp, with Airbnb, with Amazon, that have redefined how you book a hotel, how you do your shopping, how you communicate with your friends and family in just a matter of years, right? So you can see how long it took these companies that you know to become a unicorn, to have a valuation of over $1 billion. So we're looking at 4 years, 3 years. With Revolut, we're looking to do the same thing in financial services, and we became a unicorn in under 3 years. Not only did we achieve this incredible growth, but it was done with literally zero paid marketing. So we're nearly at 3 million users in just under 3 years. And this is not a vanity metric. If you look at our engagement numbers, you can see that almost 2/3 of our users are active on a monthly basis, and a good 15% are actually using Revolut daily. So our growth is not stopping here. In fact, it's just got started. With everything tech, we're talking about an exponential level of growth. So in 2018, we're going to be in the US, in Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Japan, along with Simple Assurance as well. And soon we're going to be basically everywhere. So a lot of you may not know exactly what Revolut is. You may not have tried it. I'm aware that we don't have a huge presence in Italy. We started out in the UK. So I want to give you a bit of a feel for what Revolut actually is and what it is that we do.
Banks have found to move with the times, but we don't need them. Back in the 11th century Italy, merchants from all over would exchange their different currencies for trade outdoors on benches, which is where we get the word bank from. They started as a way of making our lives easier. Unfortunately, this all changed. As the bank's profits grew bigger, customer experience was lost in the maze of paperwork and bureaucracy. They invented new and complicated ways of growing their margins, built on hidden fees and taking liberties with their customers' money. But there's a solution. Revolut Metal, a stainless steel card that does more than just look good. An authority to tear down borders, make our finances as mobile as we are. Free to spend in 130 currencies worldwide at the real interbank exchange rate. Think sending unlimited amounts of money abroad with no fees. With free worldwide travel insurance. Think seamlessly buying and selling cryptocurrency in seconds and earning cashback instantly in the fiat or cryptocurrency of your choice. Access to 24/7 concierge from your phone to book what you want when you need it. For a truly borderless lifestyle, and all this in your pocket. Demand more from your bank. Revolut Metal. Radically better.
So maybe that gives you a feel for what exactly it is that we're aiming to achieve and what we mean by beyond banking. So we're creating this one platform that caters to all of your financial needs. So in just one app, you can have your current account, you can trade cryptocurrencies, you can get insurance. Soon you'll have wealth products. You'll be able to have your investments, everything in one place, real time, personalized. So let's talk about some of the interesting features that we've used in terms of open innovation. So one of the biggest was probably cryptocurrencies. So here, the key is really speed. As I was talking about in my previous slide, it's imperative that you can do things quickly. With cryptocurrencies, as you probably know, we had a huge boom and now a bit of a bust. So we managed to add cryptocurrency trading to our platform back in September 2017. And this was basically perfect timing because we enjoyed all of the massive run-up to the $20,000 per Bitcoin peak in January. So in those 3 months, we actually managed to double our user base from 1 million to 2 million users, simply because with Revolut, it was basically the easiest way to get exposure to cryptocurrencies. There was no Bitcoin addresses, no wallets, no private keys, nothing complicated, right? We're focusing on the engagement of the user and the user experience. So from the Revolut app, just like you switch from dollars to euros or yen, you could also do Bitcoin, Litecoin, and a few other cryptocurrencies. We also have a product called Revolut Connect. So this is really the core of our open innovation. So you can do things like automate your business payments, integrate with your favorite accounting software, whether it be Xero, FreshBooks, connect to Slack. And why would you not leverage all of these other companies' features? You know, it's an absolute win-win. Why would you not be open and maximize the benefit? So a lot of this comes through our open APIs, and an interesting case study to give you an idea of the kind of things that we do are delivery companies. So often when you have a rider, they have problems with receiving their payments because it's done in a batched way. So it's done every week, every few weeks, or every month. It's a slow payment, they have fees. Whereas with us, we can use an API that allows payment triggers. So for example, in this case, as soon as a delivery is complete, they receive the money into their Revolut account. It's completely instant and completely free. Soon we're also going to be adding trading, completely zero commission trading. So this is going to be a complete game changer for us, and I think also for the financial services landscape in Europe. It will be a European first, and I think it's going to be absolutely huge for us. So we also offer completely seamless device insurance from our app. So the user can open their Revolut app. We already know what device they're using, and we can offer them inside the app device insurance. We do this through our partner SimpleSurance. So I'll pass you over to Dominic, who can walk you through this integration in more detail. Thank you.
Thank you, George. Very well. So you can see how a challenger bank is growing so rapidly, building this massive customer base. We want to help Revolut, but also other traditional banking financial institutions that are providing a mobile banking application to bring the bank assurance model from the offline world into the online world. So historically, let's run quickly through the journey of banking innovation. We all used to walk to the bank branch. This is rapidly decreasing. The ATM is dying out, other than to receive cash, which companies like Revolut are making obsolete. The online banking was occupying us during the 90s and early 2000s, but the real new innovation is the mobile banking app, which is growing rapidly in usage. So, as you probably all know, the pace of growth for the mobile banking application, is more than double the pace of the online banking growth. So 14% is the year-over-year growth for mobile banking application users, which will lead to by end of 2018, more than 50% of all bank customers will actually bank through their mobile banking application, opposed to online banking or opposed to walking to the branch. Now, the banks have benefited from the bank assurance model for many, many years by earning an additional income, i.e. a commission, by selling insurance. Now, how can that happen in the mobile banking app? And this is where SimpAssurance comes into the play. We are basically integrating with an API, could be an open API such as with Revolut. We have our own API. We can also use a plugin depending on the technology of the application. But what we provide is to have an integration that keeps the corporate design of our customer. So as you saw in the slides before, Revolut is providing that service through us, but the corporate identity, the corporate design of Revolut is untouched. It is not the design of SimpAssurance. We then integrate and are issuing the insurance certificate to the end customer via email. The customer can see the certificate in his mobile banking app. So suddenly, the person is not only trading cryptocurrencies with Revolut, but it's also managing its insurance portfolio through the mobile banking app. So now you're talking about a bank assurance offering away from just having traditional banking services. We then have a seamless payment process where the customer is using his bank account to pay the premium. And last but not least, there's the possibility to file a claim online, of course, through either the app or in the web-based system of SimpAssurance. So the customer is not leaving the online environment. It's a pure online customer journey. You can see here, as George mentioned, this is the process, the customer journey of subscribing the insurance policy, which here is a protection plan for a smartphone. The API is providing us with the information on the device. The customer does not need to fill out any additional information to be able to subscribe the policy. In other words, it takes a couple of seconds, a few swipes, and the insurance is being sold. You can see in the end there is a certificate being issued by us, powered by SimpAssurance. Our insurance partner for the European Union is Allianz. In this sense, the customer sees who he's interacting with, and everything is done through Revolut. This is the customer journey of the claim. So SimpAssurance is covering the full value chain of insurance, from the distribution to the technology up to the claims management. So the customer is receiving in an Amazon style an email with a printable label, shipping label that he's putting on the box, sending him his broken device, and our repair network is taking care of the entire fulfillment in the back end. The customer then receives either a new device or the repaired device just a few days later. So the customer again remains in the online journey, in the online world. We're doing this not only for mobile electronics or smartphone insurance, we're doing this for a number of insurances. We're doing this for travel insurance, for cyber insurance for individuals, which is a bank protection. It's a buyer's protection as well for people who are purchasing goods in the e-commerce world and have been disappointed by a damaged good or having not received any goods. There is an insurance you can purchase. Again, this is an insurance you can purchase in the mobile banking app in a very seamless way without forcing the end customer to adding any additional information. So, to sum this up, who are we? SimpAssurance. We've been founded in 2012. We are now a bit more than 6 years old, based in Berlin. We are more than 150 employees, and so far we have not opened any offices outside of Berlin, despite the fact that we are selling insurance in 28 countries across Europe. It's all digital, it's all online. So far we don't need any overseas office. We have $48 million in funding and are integrated with 2,500 partners across Europe. We are, as you can see, active in all the European countries, and there is a little spot on the right side in the Far East. We are going to Japan and are incorporating our entity there 1st of October this year, so that's in 4 days from now. We're very proud about that. One of our insurance partners is a local large insurance company, as well as an e-tailer called Rakuten, who are the largest e-commerce company in Japan, who are invested with us, and we are looking forward to expand with them. We are doing this across a number of different segments. So fintech, the one we looked at today, is just one. We are working with original equipment manufacturers. We're working with retailers. I mentioned Rakuten. But we also have enterprise customers as well as mobile network operators with who we provide the same service. And with that, I want to thank you. If you have any questions for George or I, please go ahead.